Flosstube, it's Janet with Janet Jabber. I'm coming at you with episode 100. Can you believe it? 100. If you are new to my channel, sit back, relax. I hope you like what you see. Like, subscribe, thumbs up, do all the things. If you're a returning friend, thank you for coming back this week to celebrate and spend some time with me. Settle in, I have got some stitching to show you. All right, first off, a tiny update. Everybody keeps talking about it, and this weekend was hot as Hades around here. It was a whole thing. I had the whole weekend off, and it didn't even feel like it. It just like flew by. I don't know. And we've got, according to predictions, a whole hot week ahead of us. So there's going to be more stitching, but that's what I like to do. So, all right, let's first start off to just jump in and do our thing. I had a giveaway last week for a random pack of threads. And I'm gonna go pick some more up also, I think. So here is the video. All right, if you remember, I'm doing same floss threads giveaway this week. I'm probably gonna go to my store and grab a few more, but I have it loaded into my random comment generator, and there is my URL. I'm going to get comments, 91 of them, and we are going to draw. The winner is Lala. All right, get a hold of me and I will get those threads out to you. Thank you. And congratulations, Lala. Please reach out to me via janetjabber@gmail.com or on my Instagram, and I will get that sent out to you as quick as possible. So congratulations. A couple other updatey kind of things. Oh, wait, stick around because there's another giveaway toward the end of this. My arbitrary August has been going really good. That is really well, whatever terminology I'm supposed to use. That is why we have so much stitching. My common threaded stitcher, not so much. I was doing great at the beginning of the month, and then I kind of just fell off. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm going to try to jump back in at this very last. Some of the prompts, to be honest with you, I was at work before I was able to get on social media, and then it was like, show us your floss storage system. Well, that was at home, so I didn't do that. And just to that example that I just gave you, my floss system, I put my DMCs in baggies so that I can just pull them out and put them on floss drops. And when I'm done with a project, I dekit them back into those baggies and throw the floss drops with the number on it. So it's already prepped and ready for another project if I'm doing a small one. And my specialty threads, I actually bobbinate them and put them in alphabetical order per the dyer. So that's how I do that. So I don't know, that just popped in my head because that was one of them that I missed. But I'm going to try really hard to get back in to the prompts for the common threaded stitcher. Let's go out with a good college try. So that being said, we're going to pop into my stitching. I have 2 finishes this week, and I'm super excited about them. And then a bunch of whips to show you, works in progress. So first off, I started this, and then Laura from Stitching by the Shore also had done this. This is a series of, I refer to them as my beach stitches. So I have all 3. I had fabric for all 3, but I was working on the umbrella, and this is where I got done. So beach umbrella done. And there's a mistake in there, but it is what it is, and we just roll with it. So very fun for this time of the year to put that kind of stuff out in my house. So I'm going to work. It's the only one of the 3 I have done, but I'm going to keep it in a project bag so that it continues to keep going. So my next one, I'm not sure that I mentioned on here, but I'm one of them that got into the Friends Stitch, which is September the 18th. I'm in the AM group. So it's already sold out, sorry, but they have like a little stitching project that had to be done beforehand, and this is what it was. There were some recommendations for you to do the alphabet in your initials, and then FS for French stitch, and I don't remember what the other one was. But it didn't work out for me because S is my middle name. So I just did JSO in a different color, and the rest of them are the original called for. So done, super cute. This is on a 32 count piece of Lugana. I don't remember the color right now, but I actually threw it in some coffee, threw some dye, like I spritzed it with some stuff to grunge it up, and that is done and ready. And it's put away until the weekend of that, because we're supposed to use that to fully finish during the event. So looking forward to that, very much so. All right, what have I been working on this week that are still in progress? My works in progress. Well, every single week we get to see the queen. So this is my summer queen, and I am stitching on Color and Cotton's Love Letter 28 count, and this is where she is at. So more color, more like leafy like things over here, and some little pink stuff that's floating around. One of my friends on here mentioned that there was a color correction in here, and there is, and I thought I had, like, I have that piece of paper in my little kit so that I know that there's a correction, but I'm kind of confused in regards to one part. So if anyone has stitched Summer Queen, let me just explain what it is. So in the color key, it has a square that's completely colored in, and it says it's 939. The correction says it's 3031, so that's what I did. Well, there is another symbol that is like a capital D colored in, and it says it's 3031. So I don't know if both of those symbols are 3031, because it doesn't say that on the correction chart. So I kind of slowed down on this, and I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. So if anybody has a suggestion, or they've done this before, give me a shout, because I don't want to quit this. I have until September 22nd to be stitching on this, because that's when it turns into fall. So anyway, help a girl out if you have a clue. All right, the next one, and I am so excited to show this and give props to Mary Ashcraft, and she already knows because I reached out to her. So I started the stitch along, and I knew I wasn't going to keep up, but Dreaming Girl from Barbara Ann, and here's what it's supposed to look like. And I told you all this, if you've been here a while, you know, redheaded girl reminds me of my daughter. So stitching on that. Well, my daughter often gets called Meredith from Brave, and I knew that Mary Ashcraft had mentioned that in her video. So I basically am using Mary Ashcraft's color conversion, and I'm super excited about it because it looks amazing. And I was even worried, because you'll see in a minute, but because of the dark blue, I'm using the colored fabric that was called for, which is the 32 count Azure Blue Lugana. And this is what she looks like. She is gorgeous. Look at that blue on there. It looks perfect. It's just enough contrast. It totally looks like Meredith. Thank you, Mary. I've already thanked her, but for doing that, and my daughter absolutely loves it. So it makes it fun to just keep going on this piece. My next one you have seen a couple of times. Oh, maybe this is the only second time. This is the piece from Autumn of Stars Hollow, the Black Needle Society retreat that I did. And I plugged away at it a little more. You're going to continue to see this because I want this done this season. So I finished out the leaves and the fiddly here. The pumpkin came into play. The coffee cup was done. The football got done. These two right here are like the stockings for a skirt. The legs. So you can see right here's Rory's skirt and her legs. So it's the stockings right there. Again, I'm going to keep plugging away because the second part retreat, I believe, is in the summer. And I want this done so that I can just like add on to it. So that you will continue to see that because it will be probably weekly until I get that done. Okay, a couple that you haven't seen for a while that are coming out is my Queen of Freedom. And I do usually get much love for this, but this is my Mirabilia Queen of Freedom. She is stitched on a Luna Joblin 28 count from Color and Cotton. And I basically got the book done in her, that she's holding the book. So that's basically what I stitched on this time. The book right here. She's like, I love these colors that are popping. Oh, she's a joy to work on. And I usually work on her for a few hours once a month. but I'm touching a lot of these projects that are part of that Arbitrary August that I'm so excited to be touching so many of my projects. So, I keep saying today, peeps. My next one is the 2020 Pandemic Sampler by Sarcy Girl. If you remember, I'm modifying this. I touch this usually once a month too. And I have modified it. Mine will not be that big. Mine will not have the houses, but I am closing in on finishing this border. I finished the big orange ones across the bottom. I still have little orange ones and leaves to go. Once I do that on the whole border, I will start popping in what I'm going to put in the center. I have some ideas, and this may be one that I pop it in and there's not enough room and I have to rip out, and I have never done that before. So I'm excited about this as it develops to see what that's going to turn out. But I'm definitely using her elements, her color palette, and that fabric was her directions to dye per the instructions in there. So I love how it turned out. I say that every time, but I do. I love it. Couple more pieces to show you. This one came out because of Arbitrary August. When I pulled it out, I have only worked on it one other time. That is mind-blowing to me that it's only one other time. I am talking to you about Coffeequaker. And if you've been here when I've talked about this in the past, I don't drink coffee. I'm a tea drinker. So I will be changing the saying to first I drink the coffee, then I do the things. It will say tea instead of coffee. I have to get my puppy, and we're going to talk about him in a minute. Just a second. We will talk about Mr. Oat, but he wants held right now. So, he's a little sick. All right. So thank goodness I only have a couple more stitching things to show you because he's wanting on mama's lap. This is where it's at. This was already done. I started working on that Quaker motif and getting that filled in. This was just one day of my Arbitrary August of pulling that out. That one is my first one of a 32 count that I'm stitching just with one strand. So this is a Vanilla Latte by Be Stitch Me. And I need to chop that off so I can use the other part of that for something else. Okay, last but not least of my stitching for this week is my Flosstube Friends. Let me show you in case you're not been here before. Flosstube Friends is by October House, and I belong to a round robin for this. So my girls are StacieStitches, Bobbi from PumpkinCreekPrim, StitchesofSass, Jessica, Heather, Punkypurl, and Sallie, which is Skate 8 Mom on Instagram. We mail this around. This is Sallie's piece, and it's a 40 count. I don't know. I didn't dig that out, but this is what it looks like so far. My girl that I chose is my little old lady here. So I got to put her feet on and fill in here. I love how she's coming along. I did my variegated thread up and down instead of sideways. Love how it looks because a girl looks good in stripes, up and down. So that is fun. And that's the end of my stitching. All right, before I dump in the rest of my stuff, I want to tell you the reason Opie is so clingy, and if you have any advice, give me this in the messages, please. He has a very sour stomach. So I have Googled it, and it says to give him chicken or rice. Well, my dogs get homemade dog food every morning, so it is chicken and rice. It has some vegetables with it too, and it said to give him, and he didn't eat it. It says to give him chicken broth. He's not interested in it. It said to give him an ice cube. He's not interested in it. But he of course wants to eat the grass, which is a sign for an upset stomach. But his little belly just sounds awful because it just keeps making horrible noises. And I don't know what to do with my guy. So he's a little clingy. And we're just going to give him love. But if you have any suggestions, shoot it down below. When I get done recording, even before I edit, I'm going to get to the store and I'm going to go to a pet store and see if they have anything there to give me a recommendation to bring back to him. But let's get back into this little interruption here and talk about the rest of my stuff and then get into my personal stuff. So, Grace Note Stitches so surprised me with a little gift package. And what this is, is they started their own fabric, Grace Note Fabrics, and they sent me Bradley. They said when they saw it, it just reminded them of me. So they sent it out to me. This is absolutely gorgeous. Well, if you stuck around this long, here's the surprise. For my 100 giveaway, I am giving away a piece of Grace Note Fabrics. I do not have them here to show. They are dyeing it for me. I'm going to pop in 2 different color variations right here. So whoever ends up winning is going to have the choice of the Aida or even weave that I will mail to them. And I'm super excited to support these girls. They are a wonderful mother-daughter, and their husband helps them dye the fabric. So I'm so excited to support them. I will put their information in the box below. They have a Facebook group. But what you need to tell me is just fabric. So let's give them some love. And like I said, the giveaway is either an Aida or an even weave. It'll be choice. Opie, do not eat that. No, baby, you can't eat that. All right, sorry, you're gonna see me picking him up. We're wrapping up here. So as soon as we wrap up, my poor guy, I'm gonna give him some more lovin's, or compress on the belly. I don't know what to do for you. I'm gonna go find out. I'm not just gonna rely on Google this time. I have a couple other things to show you. One, this is just quick. I'm not gonna flip through it, but I love the cover of Just Cross Stitch this month. Well, it's my October edition. So I love that girl. She is gonna be in my future. So yeah. And then my next thing to show you, if you haven't got your August, we're still in August, if you haven't received your Color and Cotton Fabric of the Month, look away real quick. Again, I will not say what it's called. This is the name of it right here. I did switch mine over to an Aida because I have lots of even weave. So this is the color palette. It is gorgeous. So there you go. All right, if you were looking away, look back. The last thing I want to talk to you about cross-stitching wise, and then I'm going to give you an update on my husband, is I am starting to prep for a couple of projects that I have in the works for September. A couple of them are with StitchesofSass. I think Bobbi's jumping in on one. Maybe. I'm not really sure. Anybody can jump in on them. It is so early in the game. Jessica, if she's came up with a hashtag, I don't know what it is yet. But, I mean, I know this is for like sampler September. So this is my first one. And this is Bendy Stitches Rolodex Morning Sampler. I have threads pulled. I have to pull my fabric. It's not going to be a problem. It even calls for 16 count. So I'll be using a piece of that 32 count that I have. And then the last one, so that one's starting September 1st, I believe. This next one is kind of probably be mid-month. And this one, I don't have anything together, but it is Patoonie, however you say that, Quiet Place. I love that. So, yep, it's all about the trees for me. And I will be pulling a piece of 32 count for this too. It is just DMCs. I don't have that ready yet. It will be getting there. And then last one, I will be starting, and I've mentioned this a couple times already, but this is a chart that I won from Kathy. And it is Patriotic Rose. Let me flip this around. I will be starting this on 9/11 to do the stitch along. Any patriotic piece will work, but Stitch and Button Vicky is doing hashtag never forget 9/11 Sal, and she's selling these bags on her group. So this is not a cross stitch pattern, but she's selling these on her group of Stitch and Button on Facebook. So this goes in here, and that is another one that will be starting in September. All right, my little guy is just, sorry peeps, he keeps coming in your face, and he's just not doing good. All right, so I've already mentioned that about him. He's not doing good. Sorry, I keep going back to my little baby. All right, update. So last week, my husband had his PAT scan. So many of you sent so much love in regards to it. So we've not received the official word, but I can be a little brat. And we went on yesterday to his My Chart and read the results ourselves, and everything is good. Absolutely nothing was found. So happy to finally have that under and behind us and moving forward. So that's it as far as personal stuff. We're still plugging along here. I don't know. It just seems, I feel sometimes like it's just boring. I listen to other people and they have like all the things going on, and I just like don't. I work and cross stitch and do my day-to-day life. I guess I should be happy. I don't know. It's my time in life to just have some no drama and just to be able to be for a while. Let's just look at it that way. So, yeah, I still have all the things coming up with the daughter moving out. I have a son that is like full hard on looking for what he's going to do for college. So we are in that stage of developments here, but me, myself, I just work, cross stitch, and do the things around the house and take care of my baby. My poor baby who needs some love. So, all right, I'm going to get off of here and stop bugging you. Plans for this week as far as stitching goes. Finish up, we'll round out Arbitrary August with its everything, and I'm enjoying that. And I'm going to try to do better on the common threaded stitchers. So other than that, I didn't have my seasonal pieces to show you. I did do them. I just had so little time on them last week that it was like not even worth showing in my opinion. But next week I will be back to my Meal Hill Monday, my Festive Friday, and Wicked Wednesday stitching to share that with you. Yeah. So let me get off here and stop rambling. I'm going to tell you, keep stitching, enjoy life, and send you so much love. Bye.